Okay, so this is lesson 10, Writing Accessible HTML. In this lesson, I'm going to walk you through the process, step by step, of publishing your HTML web content that you've created, how to validate your HTML with the W3C's validator, and to confirm that your code is also compliant with accessibility standards by scanning it with the Wave Web Accessibility Evaluation Tool by WebAIM. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to locate the FileZilla desktop application. It's the icon for it right down here on my start bar. If you have not downloaded FileZilla already, go search for FileZilla online and download the FileZilla FTP client. So here's the FileZilla application in my start menu. I'm going to go ahead and start it up. Okay, now FileZilla has started up. You can just go ahead and close this pop-up that appears. And let's find our hosting information. Now in the lesson plan, Lesson 10 lesson plan, I've provided you with the login information that you can use to my hosting package in order to upload your files and validate your code from a publicly available web server. So we're going to use these values here. So I'm just going to copy that as the host, and right here in this host file I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to copy the username, paste that in. I'm going to copy the password, paste it into the password field, put in port 21, and click on Quick Connect. So that's going to take you to a folder that I have already set up for you to use. So down here in this lower right hand pane, you're going to right click on this folder icon with the double dots, and you're going to click Create Directory and enter it. That's going to provide you with a new directory name. Here you're going to put your first name dash last name and click OK. Now you'll see up here at the remote site, the your name directory is where you are located, and this is the empty directory down here. So we're going to navigate to our desktop, which you can find right here. That's going to populate the contents of your desktop here in this lower left hand box. Here's the website folder we created in the last lesson. We're going to double click that to enter it, and here are our 4 web pages that we created. So holding Control, I'm going to click on each one of them, select them all, and then drag them over here to the right to upload them to the web server. So now, based on the directory name, FileZilla tells me it's transferred all the files. These 4 web pages are on the public web server. So now we're going to open our browser. We're going to go to this address. Go ahead and copy that again. So HTTP, paste the address. Uploads is the name of the directory under which I have placed the permissions for you to create your own directory. So in this case, we created a directory called your-name, but that will be whatever you choose when you create your directory. And then we're going to go to our image.html page. So here is the image file that we just transferred, which is right there. Transferred it from our desktop here to the remote server here. Here's the your name folder, and we are in the your name folder here. So we now posted this to the web. So now we want to scan this page for web validation for the HTML and to scan it for web accessibility purposes. First thing we're going to do is go to validator.w3.org. That will bring up this page. We're going to paste our web address into this field and click Check. You want to see this right here. If you're using Chrome, then what you can do is click Control-P on your keyboard, print that as a PDF, and just save it. Now we'll just go ahead and save it back to your desktop, to your website folder. So that shows we have valid HTML code. There are no errors or warnings to show. The next scan we're going to do is a web accessibility evaluation scan. We're going to, in this field here, paste our URL in and click the arrow button at the side. Wave is going to scan our page. What we want to see here is 0 errors and 0 alerts. What that indicates is that this page has 0 accessibility issues. The code that you have written for your image page has no accessibility problems. So you want to Control P that page as well. That'll bring up a printable version of the page. Click Save. And since we saved in our desktop website folder last, we're going to save that PDF as well. Send those 2 files to me, and you are good to go. So the email address to send it to would be jgatew1@my.wgu.edu, which is the address that is available in the documentation I sent you for the research study.